Now we're also going to want to subset our subscriber settings here. And this tells us what's going to happen with certain things when subscribers subscribe or attempt to subscribe. First of all, whether you're going to allow duplicate subscribers or not. Just choose whichever one you want. What this does is it keeps track of it by email address, so you only have one email address for each subscriber in there. Challenge response, you can have a CAPTCHA code show up and that they'll have to fill in before they actually get subscribed, so you can choose how you want that to work. Next, you have your opt-in settings. What this does is it allows you to either set a single or double opt-in. Single opt-in meaning when they fill out the form they go straight into your list. Double opt-in meaning they're going to get a link that they have to click on before they get subscribed. You have email subscriptions where they just send an email to get subscribed rather than filling out a form. A web subscription where they filled out a form. And import subscribers where you import them from a file. And then you put the confirmation page here with a message on it telling them that they have been added to your subscription list. Or you can leave it blank and it uses the default page. Then you have multiple unsubscribes. This presents all your lists and allows them to unsubscribe from some or all of your lists all at once. So pick how you want that to work. Note that no violates the CAN Spam Act, so you really shouldn't do that. I don't really know why they let you. And then the default name. If for some reason they can't retrieve the name from their subscription record, it will use the greeting that you put in here. And then subdomains. It allows your subscribers to be able to send an email to your campaign name at yourname.getresponse.com, and that your name is the subdomain name. Once you have that set up the way you want it, just click Save Settings. And now the settings for our autoresponder series or campaign are all set up. Now we can get on with the business of setting up the messages within our campaign. Back to my campaigns up here. So here we have our campaign, and down here we can create our messages. Now, as it says here, our free account can contain up to 5 messages only. So if you need more than that, you're going to have to upgrade. So let's go create a new message. Okay, and then this is pretty self-explanatory, really. You have the subject of your message, the interval. Now 0 is going to be the original message that's sent out, the first message in the series. Okay, and then you have message type, and it's plain text, unless you get the pro version, then you get to choose. You have the message box here. So you put your message in there. Down here, you can track the click-throughs on your links, track sales generated by the message, validate HTML code. Again, not going to be able to do this, or this unless you have the pro version, and set permissions reminder. What this does is it puts a message on the top of the email that's being sent out that tells them that they subscribe to this list. That way they are reminded why they're getting an email. Okay, so, and then this tracks sales generated. What happens if you sell something, you can move them to another autoresponder sequence or another campaign. Again, you can't do that with the free version. So it's as simple as that. Now let's talk about writing our email subjects before we go any further here. Now a good thing to do when you're writing an autoresponder sequence is to use the points in the sales letter, the bullet points, as a template to what you're going to use as a message subject within your autoresponder series. Now I'm showing you this Purdue Basics page, but what you would probably be doing in your email is marketing an affiliate product. So you'd find the appropriate affiliate product, look through the points to see what the benefits are, and then write a small message about those benefits in your autoresponder sequence. Also in the first message, you're going to want to give them a link to the product that they are getting on your opt-in list if you are doing that. So what you're going to do is put a link in here to either the product itself, which is a zip file, or better yet, to another page with another offer on it. That way you get a chance of making a sale as you give the product away. So some sort of upsell is a good idea here. So go ahead and write the first autoresponder message. Okay, so there we have it. Put our message in there. And then our signature at the bottom. We're going to track our click-throughs and set the permission reminder at the top. Add our message. Okay, at this point, you can click test, and it'll send an email to you with your message in it so that you can make sure that it's working properly. Test. And then send it to your email address. You can choose the message. You only have one here. And then you just click send message and check out how it works. Okay, now here is our test message sent to our email account here. First you have an advertisement because you have the free version. Next, you get the subscription note because we checked that they needed to be reminded why they're getting the message. And you see here our message. Now here's our SIG file, and down here is our mailing address. So we know our message did in fact work, and it looks the way we want it to work. So let's go back to our campaign settings. Now let's go back to our campaign and finish our messages. Now one other thing here. Go and edit this message before we enable it. And what we could do here is put a greeting in here. Put hi and then the code that we need to put in here to put their first name in there. Just like that, and then it will send a greeting with their first name on the top of the message, which personalizes it a little bit for them. Okay, save that, and then just test it again, make sure it worked. Okay, now what we can do is go on with our next message. Create a new message, and then we would go through the same process. The only thing here is we can give it a delay of a number of days. Okay, so we select a 2-day interval this time, and then we have our subject up here. Email down here, again, we'll track our clicks, set our permission reminder at the top, and all we have to do is add the message. Here it is here, so just click test again, and make sure that it's working. Then you continue on with the process until you have everything all set up. Okay, so that's it for setting up our autoresponder. Okay, now our campaign is all set up. What we want to do now is add a capture form to our website. Now remember, I showed you how to paste one in there, but we never went through the process of actually setting one up. So what we want to do now is go to our control panel. And in here we want to capture subscribers. Okay, and then you create your HTML form here. And again, get a pro account. You can use a pop-up and manage your existing pop-ups. So start capturing. Now, our confirmation URL. This is where we want to send it to that thank you page that we built. So when we upload that to our site, we put the URL here. Now this is a pro feature only, so you're not really going to be able to set that up in the standard version. Now remember, before we talked about sending subscribers information onto another script. This is where you can do it at the form level, and whether you want to use custom fields within your collection data. So what you can do in here is add a variable name, and then they'll have to enter information in the variable name. If you want to collect something else besides standard information. Go to the next step. Okay, and then all you have to do is select this code and paste it into your website. Now let's go back to My Free Website Builder and open up our site and place the proper code in the window. Okay, so I'm going to get rid of this code that we put in before because it was just for demonstration purposes. I'm going to put the proper code in here. Now we'll paste our code into here. Now what we'll do is we'll just click Insert and HTML, paste our form code, insert, and there is our form. Okay, so our website's all ready. Okay, so that's how you set up your autoresponder. Now, one thing that I do want to mention is that you cannot send broadcast messages in the free version. This becomes important because you can send out offers to your subscribers once you get some subscribers in there and make some money from your targeted list. So at some point, it's definitely to your advantage to set up autoresponder to the pro version. Alright, so that is it for the autoresponder section